35192, you want to send a text? AlanCoxShow.com. Watch there. Thanks to Bogart McSchwittles for helping out in the video department today. A little Ozzy here for you. First album with Zakk Wylde. It was called No Rest for the Wicked. A song called Crazy Babies. I still think this is an underrated album. Zakk Wylde joined when he was 19 years old, I think, to be the lead guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne. And, of course, his life changed immeasurably, set him on his path. And he's always been fiercely loyal to Ozzy and Sharon ever since. I won't say a bad word about him. And I was thinking of Ozzy because he's been in the news. I don't know if the stories I read were from the same interview, but he was talking about how he had a little bit of a beef with Jimmy Page for a minute. And we've been talking a lot about psychedelics on the show, just coincidentally lately. And I was reading that Ozzy, Ozzy's kind of taking it easy these days. He was in town for our WMMS 50th anniversary concert, which is already 4 years ago. 2018 was our 50th anniversary. We did a big thing with Ozzy out of Blossom. And he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and, I think he finally stopped dyeing his hair. I think he's just kind of looking at things and going, let's just see what happens. But I did like the story of him saying that he finally stopped taking acid after he had an hour-long conversation with a horse. that culminated in the horse telling him to F off. So he said, well, that was when I stopped doing... Now, he did a lot of other things. And this was in the early 70s. So, he was dipping his toe in a lot of things. But acid was not for him. This back when Black Sabbath was still doing stuff, and they were all living in a house in L.A., and they were rehearsing there, and obviously, doing just copious amounts of drugs. And they said we didn't care what we were doing. We would just, chow handfuls of tabs at the time. And he said, I took 10 tabs of acid, and then I went for a walk in a field. Was the way that he described it. And I ended up standing there talking to a horse for an hour. Very Harlan Williams in Half-Baked, if you will. And at the end of the conversation, the horse turned around and told me to F off.
I didn't know the horse was diabetic.
And that was it for him. But Ozzy has had a rough go as of late. His luck might be running out. I think he fractured his spine or something. He's still doing physical therapy. He has, a guy like Ozzy where people go, oh my God, how has this guy lasted this long? I think it all happens at once. I think your luck changes overnight. He'll be 74 years old this Christmas. But he did a fantastic job. For anybody who thinks that live performing, because Ozzy has a new album out now. It's called Patient Number 9. Anybody who thinks that Ozzy has lost a step live, say what you want, right? Yes, he's got all the lyrics in a teleprompter, but it might be hard to remember all the lyrics. Even for someone who isn't addled, it might be hard to remember all those lyrics over the course of 50 or 60 years. He still puts on a hell of a show. And he still, he used to do the water in the buckets. Sometimes now it's just confetti. He does the Rip Taylor. he does the Ozzy Harlem Globetrotters Rip Taylor move. But, I was out having a whiz in the break here. And it just so happened. And again, I don't know how it only now happened. But I'm so pleased to report that a mystery has been solved. I started putting together the digital version of our bureau chief map this morning. We're making arrangements for that to happen. I have a couple different ways I can go. And it was when I was coming back from the men's, mere minutes before we're set to go back on the air, that someone says, hey, Alan, I have your bureau chief map.
Did you choke him?
Was it?
And I go, are you serious? Are you lying? Are you joking? They go, no, I have it. And I literally was at a loss for words. I go, how did this happen? And he goes, I grabbed it from the studio. He goes, do you want it? I go, where is it? He said, it's at my house. And I was walking, walking and talking. He's stationary. I'm walking back here to the studio. And I go, well, hang on to it. Because like I said, I just wanted to know. And now I know.
Who is this? A sales guy? Another personality?
Hold on, I need more dramatic lighting.
He wasn't even on my list of suspects. Oh, that looks good. This is what it should be all the time, by the way.
Keep it like
this should always be this dim. Because we look like friggin' cadavers on the in the.
Everyone tells me how pale I am all the time.
All of us.
What do you want me to say?
The studio. It's the studio. Bill's figuring out the colors and the lighting.
I'm blue right now.
White. Members only, Dave.
We knew it.
I didn't. He
stole
wasn't even on my list of suspects. And again, there's no malice in this. And
the guy that lives in thrift stores that spends every day of his life taking other people's things.
But I wasn't even aware.
I
wasn't even aware that that would be on his radar. It wouldn't have even occurred to me.
He's a huge fan of the show.
I haven't. Is he?
It's probably a nice thing where he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab this so it doesn't get thrown away."
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's any malice whatsoever. But I just couldn't. I couldn't, to coin a phrase for Poundcake, I couldn't phantom that somebody would grab that and not tell me. So maybe he felt compelled to. Maybe he heard me whining about it so much that he figured next time. Anyway, so the mystery has been solved. Members only Dave, who I don't even know who he's with anymore. Kiss, TAM?
TAM.
Okay, TAM. I know he was gone for a minute, then he came back.
Yeah. He's with TAM. He's still out there.
Love the guy.
On the ones and twos, DJing on
That's
weekends.
what he's out there.
Did you see Dead 5 is going to come to Cleveland in
I
a few
did
weeks?
see Dead 5.
Yeah.
I call him Joel, but I did see Dead 5 is coming. So
I was talking with somebody and I go, hey, Dead 5's coming. And I go, wait, Dead Mouse.
No, don't correct yourself. Come on, man. You got to stick with it. So, yeah. So, Members Only Dave has the Alan Cox Show Bureau Chief. And again, it's completely fine. I literally just wanted to know what happened.
I think it's in good hands with him.
I think it is in very good hands.
Yeah, you didn't know he comments on the YouTube videos and stuff.
No, I don't see the YouTube comments.
Yeah.
I know that we follow each other on social media, and he's always been very generous when it comes to comments about the show and all that. But
he's I would say P1.
Hey. So for those of you keeping track at home, Friday the 30th of September is going to be that Dead 5 show at Fwood in the Flats. Nailed it.
Well, that's good because a week before that, Lorraine.
Sweet Lorraine.
Mary Santora.
Lorraine Bracco is coming?
No,
Lorraine, Ohio.
Lorraine, Ohio.
Oh.
Bill Squire, Mary Santora, the Lorraine Palace Theater.
I had a rebel in the break.
A rebel?
Yes. That's why I yelled. Rebel yell.
She won't more with a Red Bull yell. Yep. Okay.
At BillSquire.com.
BillSquire.com.
I like that quiet bell.
What?
Hey, looking ahead, since I've got you with your phone or your calendar out, some people still like to write down in a calendar. They've announced, current one's not even over yet, they've announced the beginning of the next season, the MLB season for 2023. You put all that information out. The season opener is going to be the 30th of March, 2023. And the home opener for your Cleveland Guardians is going to be Friday, April the 7th.
I just hope we don't play the Mariners for either of those games.
We play the Seattle Mariners for the home opener. Why?
I don't know.
That's what we're playing today.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah.
Just sick of them. No.
We play the Seattle Mariners. The season opens with a 7-game road trip along the West Coast, and then they'll start here. Now that we're downtown, just a stone's throw from Progressive Field, who knows what that will mean for us. Maybe we'll, it was more fun to do the show from Progressive Field when we were trucking out from Oak Tree. Now that we're right around the corner, I'd say, hey, why don't you come into my house?
Yeah.
But that's the 2023 MLB season, looking ahead to that.
This season's been great so far, too. 4-game lead in the
Yeah.
Central. I love it. I love it.
Well, but also next season is going to be the first where all of the teams will play each other at least once.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Not interesting. New. It'll be new.
You don't think it'll be interesting? I don't think it's going to be really interesting, but it will be new. It will be something that will
different. It'll be different. Than
Yep.
what's happened.
That's right. All 30 clubs will face each other at least once. So they'll have the opening day is March 30th. They've got Jackie Robinson Day. They do Lou Gehrig Day. The London series happens in June. The All-Star Game is in Seattle next July.
And then you get that Field of Dreams game. Everybody loves that.
Field
where
of
they
Dreams
play in
game.
a cornfield. They're like,
Yeah.
how can we make baseball more exciting? I know.
Unfortunately, Ray Liotta.
Boom. Now that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I would
Korn
definitely
plays
tune
the
in for that.
MLB Field of Dreams game. Ray Liotta, of course, has passed. The Little League Classic will be next August. Then they do the Roberto Clemente game. And I don't know what game 162 is, other than that's probably quite literal. Game 162?
Probably the last game. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway.
That's regular season game.
Yeah. So those days, all 30 ball clubs. It's a good ball club. We got a good ball club.
Finally launched that Guardians Arizona Diamondback rivalry that we've been waiting for.
People have just, boy, I'll tell you what, Randy Johnson, he looks great for the D-backs.
He's been retired for probably
Nevertheless.
17, 18 years.
Nevertheless. Well, they're starting
Maybe
to
20, I don't know.
they're starting to identify, they're pulling bodies out of Lake Mead. They're not even pulling bodies out of Lake Mead. Lake Mead's going away. So bodies are presenting themselves.
They're showing up.
They're showing up. And so now the onus, if you will, on local law enforcement there is to figure out who's who. And they have identified a body that a guy who they said they figured drowned, and that's what happened. He drowned 20 years ago, a guy named Thomas Erndt, who jumped from a boat. This was a guy who lived in Las Vegas 20 years ago. He was 42. He jumped from a boat and never showed up again. But now the family has his remains to bury. They found the skeleton at Lake Mead.
Right? Just in time for Halloween.
Woohoo! Put him outside.
Yeah, right? Put him out front.
Yeah, they're going to turn Lake Mead into a Halloween USA.
Damn, that looks real.
Mm-hmm. He was a former resident of Cincinnati. He moved to Las Vegas, but he was from Cincinnati.
They always are.
And
What?
what?
Nothing.
They always are from Cincinnati?
Let it go.
Baby, if you've ever wondered. His remains were found in the Calville Bay area of Lake Mead. Of course, they found two other people, an apparent homicide victim. That's the guy they found in the barrel.
Yeah.
That was the very first guy. When you find a guy in a barrel, even if you're a rookie, you go, I suspect foul play. Or a
But
David.
What if he just got trapped in a barrel?
Yeah.
And
Why was he doing it in a barrel?
People get in barrels sometimes.
He's a stone's throw from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
What if he was a magician and a trick went awry?
Well, he deserved it then.
And
if
he
he was a magician.
Well, come on. I mean, they deserve to make a living, too.
I said what I said.
You said he deserved it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Deserved it. Well, that's good, too.
Can't believe you don't like magicians. They're so fun.
You're not fun.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about magicians.
It's because she thinks that there's some kind of otherworldly hocus pocus.
They're
in there.
liars.
They're lying to me.
Oh my God,
Wrestlers are lying to you.
otherworldly hocus pocus. Are you ready for this? I debated telling this story on air so many times.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear how dumb this is.
Over the weekend that I was in Michigan, because I only had one show each night, but I had a Red Bull at each show. So I was up. I drank the Red Bull at like 8 o'clock. So I was up at 9:30 till 2 in the morning
With your Red Bull yell.
with my Red Bull yell. And I'm clicking around on TikTok, and then I see this ad for a psychic app that you can download this app and you can get tarot card readings or chat with a psychic.
Wouldn't they already know you were going to download it, thereby not requiring you to download it?
Well, I downloaded the app, and it's your first 3 minutes are free.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'll do my first 3 minutes free.
Mm-hmm.
So you click around and you pick someone to do a tarot card reading or whatever. So I'm looking through the reviews and I'm finding someone, because there's people can charge whatever they want per minute after the first 3 are free, right? So it's anywhere
it's phone
from
sex
kind of
for psychics.
Yeah. It's anywhere from $3.99 a minute.
Why would you do this?
Phone psychs.
It's anywhere from $3.99 a minute to some people charge $40 a minute. Okay,
A minute.
a minute. So
There's a sucker born every one.
I picked someone that was $6.99 a minute, because I was I'm only gonna do the first 3
Why
minutes
them?
free, because they were cheap and had good reviews. It was a mixture of both.
Okay.
You have to link a
Good
payment.
review. How do you review? Boy, they really told me my dad was going to die. Thumbs up on this psychic.
Hey, I might not be a psychic, but I have a feeling that Mary's going to have to ban herself from psychic apps.
So listen to this. So you have to link a payment before you're allowed to have your free minutes.
Of course.
Well, I didn't think that. I was why can't I just do my 3 free minutes?
Because they
So-
figure everybody's going to go over their minutes.
Right.
And they got to bill you.
So I was fine. I linked it to my PayPal, which is where I get most of my foot money. So I'm okay, this isn't real money anyway.
This is foot
I
money.
link it to my PayPal. And I get in there and I'm talking with this girl for a tarot reading. Over the app, we're texting essentially. So I have no idea if she's actually doing anything. I'm just trusting that this person on the other side of this app is actually pulling tarot cards and telling me. Not that it matters. She could be totally making it up and it wouldn't be any different.
So there's no video component
There's no
to
video
this.
component. This is just texting.
Text psychicking. Psychic texting.
So I get with her and I got super frustrated because the first 3, she was such a slow typer.
Oh, really? You think that she was a slow typer?
By the
Why do you
minute,
think
and she
that
was so slow.
She was such a slow typer that the
no.
first 3 minutes were just, how are you? What's your question? Give me
Yeah.
your name, age, birth date, yada, yada.
You're how do you not know all this
She's
already?
not a psychic. She's a tarot card reader. Those are different.
Oh.
So I'm talking to the tarot card girl.
Why did you go tarot and not psychic?
I don't know. It's just the first one I picked that had good reviews and was cheap.
Gotcha.
So I go to the tarot card lady and we're going back and forth and I start to get frustrated. I was fine, I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. I ended up staying on there for 13 minutes.
Yes.
And it was
That's $6.90.
$100.
Yes.
And I sat there afterwards and it was 13 minutes and he sat there and
You know
I got
this is a form of gambling.
I got my complete tarot card reading and I was sitting there afterward and I was I have to delete this app off my phone because if I link this, well, I was if I link this to my bank account, it's not gambling.
No, this is just throwing money down the toilet.
This is throwing money down the toilet.
This is the dumbest thing.
But I was if I end up linking this,
It's gambling in the way that you're spending money to see if you win something.
You're not-
Winning
no, it's
good
not
news.
winning about anything.
Good news.
Oh, yeah. Well, what was
No.
your reading?
I don't even remember. I have it saved.
I don't even remember.
It was something about coming at being at a growing point in my life and big things are about to happen and there's going to be a
That's
big
what they always say.
financial shift. or
Well, let me
something.
ask you this, because I have so many questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Uh,
I wasn't going to tell this story.
is there? I'm so glad you did.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the stuff you have to tell us.
This is prime Mary.
I've been sitting on it for
Primo
over a week
Mary.
because it happened last week and I was if it comes up naturally, I'll
Okay, well, I applaud your willpower. Is there a universal, if you read a dream book, here's what your dreams mean, they're all different.
Yeah.
Is there a universally understood interpretation of tarot cards? I know there's death and I know there's the night and there's the whatever,
I
but
think
each
so.
person will have their own interpretations of those.
Well, and she was very specific about saying in my deck, this card means this. So,
oh, they can do their own thing then.
but I think it's mostly because, like you said, their interpretation might be different. So if this card is generally a good omen, that might be, and again, I am guessing. I'm very new to this, okay? So I'm completely guessing. I think that it might be okay, Ace of Cups means this, but in my deck, it means this broad thing plus this specific thing. That's what I think.
So they're just making it up.
They might just be making it up.
Okay.
And the fact that I'm doing this via text message, I have no
And
way
she
to
wasn't drunk because she's sober.
Completely sober.
This was stone cold sober.
2 a.m. I couldn't sleep, and I was like, I think I'm going to download this app. I was just 3 free minutes.
What was the app called?
Kasamba. Kasamba.
Okay, Kasamba.
Kasamba. Here, actually, let me see if I can find it in my email.
So you don't remember what she told you?
Hold on. No, no.
Hey, I pulled this card for you, and it's all via text. She's just telling you, hey, look what text I've got here for you.
Oh, she sent it to me in a message, so I'd have to re-download the thing to see the message again. But I can do that in the break, and I can tell you what she said if you want.
Could you imagine if Mary misread it and it was actually an app to teach you how to dance the samba, and the lady just starts going, I've got cards right here since you're asking me about cards.
No, but it was, I had to delete the app because I literally did, even though it is not gambling, it triggered those same emotions in me. Because I was like waiting for her to respond and knowing that I'm spending this money each minute that she's not responding. And then after 13 minutes, I sat there and I was like, I just spent $100. On what? On nothing. On this lady texting me.
So how did you end it? How does it end?
My money ran out. I only had like $100 in my PayPal, so it said your session has ended. You ran out of money.
It was like a payphone.
Yeah, it just cut off.
Wait, so you put $100
I put $50 in, and then it asked me if I wanted to re-up it.
And you said yes.
Don't hold back on that part. That's insane.
Was it in $50 increments?
You had to put in $50. You had to put in at least $50. So
And then
I was
you
like,
put
fine.
in 50 more.
So I put in 50, and I was like, let's see what she says. Because I was thinking, I was like, if I went to a tarot card on the street, it'd probably be $50. I don't know. I've never done it before. So I was like, fine. Again, alone in my hotel room, very bored. And I was like, fine, I'm just going to do this. And then it was like, your session is running out. Would you like to continue it? And I just hit yes. And then it like re-upped.
Now, you sat on this with us for a week. How long did you sit on this with the boyfriend?
If he's listening, this will be the first time he heard it.
Your stuff's going to be on the curb.
No, here's the thing, though. Is
Mike
that
in Parma is pointing out that it's probably time for the Mary Santora conservatorship, by the way.
We don't share finances. So he's like,
but
your money's your
he also
money.
doesn't like you to do that.
No, I mean,
Be dumb with your
no.
money.
Here's the thing, though, is that in his mind, if I never spent another $1 a day in my life, it would be a good thing. So,
Especially on that. That's so funny.
Man, and now I can't remember my login. Dang. Because I want to find what the reading was. She sent me the whole thing.
Yeah, you had buyer's remorse.
I was like, I got to delete this app off my phone immediately because I'm going to get sucked in and I'm going to get like involved in this because it happens so fast. You're in the middle of a reading and they're like, hey, you're about to be out of money in the next 30 seconds. Do you want to re-up? I'm like, oh my God, yes, she hasn't told me what I need to hear yet. It's so stupid. I know it's so stupid, but I knew you guys would love it. Here, I'm gonna find the reading in the book.
There too?
Yeah, me.
Lisa, you pick the winner every time. You must have some kind of special gift.
Come on, Dad. Doesn't take a genius to realize that Houston's failed to cover their last 10 outings on away turf the week after scoring more than 3 touchdowns in a conference game.
Oh, my little girl says the cutest things.
You know, Dad, Sunday is fast becoming my favorite day of the week.
Not Sunday. Daddy-daughter day.
Oh, boy.
I found it.
Yeah.
But we gotta go to a break.
Yeah, gotta go to a break. I have never wanted to go to a break less. But
What we should do is we should all predict what was written in it and see if it matches up.
You can if you want to make a prediction during the break.
All right. The power of Christ compels you. I can take a break. I'll have those Mushroom Head Halloween concert show tickets for you. They're going to do Saturday, October 29 at the Agora. So if you want to get to that, I'll hand off a pair when we return. 35192 if you want to text, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
WMMS weather.